Same deal as last year. The Cavs heading home down 2. There's one little tiny difference. He's 7 feet tall.
Huh.
His name's Kevin Durant. Are you sticking by the courage of your convictions, Marcellus? Do you truly believe the Cavaliers are going to win this finals?
First of all, he's 6'11". Stop lying. I don't think he's really 7 feet. I've gotten rid of all the competition up here on this panel. So finally they bring in a real basketball player with a basketball IQ to compete. And I got tired of the choir boys and Max Kellerman and Will Kane telling me this series is over, even before the series started, let alone when they're down 2-0. But are the Cavs still going to win this finals? Absolutely. And let me tell you why. Absolutely. It's simple. Really? You got that kind of reaction. Let me give it to you. If you drive 5-10 minutes from here, it's a place called Quicken Loans Arena. And if you drive up there right now as a Golden State Warrior fan, you're going to see yellow crime scene tape around there. Because last year, when they showed up here up 2-0, it was a crime committed in that building. They lost by 30 points. Now, what's the difference between this year and last year? Everyone says it. Kevin Durant. But if you look at this team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they have not had any bench support. Two of their starters, and Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith, have been absent in these series. So LeBron James, as the king, is sitting there saying, what's the use of being a king if I don't have anyone following me? And he doesn't have the support cast that he needs to go out there. But at home, you know this better than anyone, Jalen. Basketball role players show up at home. Familiar surroundings, that depth perception is not the same. And all of a sudden, you feel comfortable in your environment. All of those factors add up, and LeBron and the Cavs start their winning ways, winning Game 3.
So you're educated, you're handsome, Ivy League educated, but I'm going to give you some Ivy League education from the streets.
Oh, okay.
There's no way that the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to win 4 of the next 5 games. It's virtually impossible, and I'm going to put this also on wax. They would not have won last year if Draymond Green hadn't gotten injured.
Oh, that's weak. Come on, man. They lost before he got hurt.
If Draymond Green plays in Game 5, the Golden State Warriors are back-to-back champions.
Well, if Kyrie and Steph play in the first time, what you talking about that with Kyrie, if him and Kevin Love were in the first NBA Finals, then they win that one. I don't want to go into who's not there, who is there. Let's talk about the fact that when you see the king, who's still the king of the game, who comes home and finally gets everyone else engaged, finally you see Kyrie Irving playing like a Kyrie Irving should and dominating that matchup against Steph Curry. That's when you start to see the Cleveland Cavaliers fall back into their groove.
Marcellus Wiley, what we're seeing from these Golden State Warriors, it's not just this year. You guys better get ready for a dynastic situation that's about to take place. Okay? We've never seen two teammates both average 30 in the NBA Finals since the 60s. Okay? That's what's happening in this series. It's not just about KD, who, by the way, is having his way with every defender, including LeBron James.
A little bit.
You remember those conversations whether Kyrie Irving was getting on Steph Curry's level last year? Right wing, jump shot between the legs, bang. Steph Curry behind the back pass that went out of bounds. He remembers that. And those two guys are playing so dynamic, it's going to be too much for the Cleveland Cavaliers to overcome. Oh, and by the way, Klay Thompson got going in the game too.
Yeah.
Draymond Green will eventually get going in this series. They have too much firepower for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Strength in numbers.
And lastly, I believe in curses. And there's something that the Cavs have this year, also they didn't have last year, that's going to be at the game tonight. A Kardashian curse.
Oh, my God.
Leave the Kardashians
What are we doing right
Jalen
now?
Rose.
Really? You that guy?
I'm just saying.
You're
He's
that guy?
petty wop to my left.
Petty wop.
What's the over-under of Kardashians that are going to be at the game with jerseys on? 2.5? What are you taking?
Jalen, stop. You know damn well that doesn't
my people.
Lamar Odom had his best season when he was with the Kardashians, so you stop that. Sixth man of the year.
Well, imagine this. That's a friend of Tyronn Lue who played with Lamar Odom, not seeing her in a remix situation.
No. First of all, you keep talking about this firepower. what was the most efficient offense in the NBA this year? Was it Golden State? Oh, no, it wasn't. It was actually the Cleveland Cavaliers. Which team shot better from the three-point line? Was it Golden State this year? Oh, actually, it was the Cleveland Cavaliers. And you look at this, the last year's point differential was 48 points. They came here and they had got smoked by 48 points. This year, 41 points. Everybody talking about Kevin Durant. This year is actually a closer series, if you want to look at the point differential, than it was even last year. So the mountain to climb is not as high.
I told you who's going to win. I'm going to tell you how. What the Golden State Warriors are doing is basically brilliant. They're going to force LeBron James to be a high-volume scorer. They're going to stand next to J.R. Smith, stand next to Kyle Korver, stand next to Channing Frye, who need somebody else to penetrate to get them offense and say, Kyrie, LeBron, go one-on-one and beat us, okay? And also, on the other end, LeBron, you have to guard Kevin Durant. Has he been doing a pretty good job of that?
No, he hasn't so far. But you know why? You know how it is. When you get out of balance, when you're trying to do too much, when you're trying to go out there and protect your teammates because they're not showing up, Kyrie Irving especially, Tristan Thompson, 8 rebounds in first 2 games.
The curse is real.
It's not a curse. It's about the fact that those guys didn't feel comfortable enough, I guess, in Golden State, got caught up in the hype like you. Everybody's saying it's a dynastic team. How you a dynastic team? You got 1 ring. You don't even have rings. You got 1 ring. And we're talking about a dynasty already. You got to relax and let this series play out like it did last year until they get on another turf, on another court. Now you'll see what's up.